I hate how stories like this just kind of get brushed under the rug, mostly because it's taking place in the Senate, but that's where I come in. And that's what we're going to be focusing on for today's video. The interim ethics commissioner has actually resigned, and it's kind of putting a little bit of a hindrance on the investigation into the Liberal government for the Chinese election interference and all of the family friends that Justin Trudeau hires. We're going to be taking a look at Senator Don Plett, who's totally based, and I've made a few videos before titled "Senator Destroys Justin Trudeau," "Senator Makes Trudeau Cry," like all that stuff, because the facts that he brings to the table, the calmness and demeanor of his voice, it's just, you can't deny the facts. So this is going to be a longer video. Just sit back, relax, crack a beer, have a coffee, whatever you're doing, just let it play, because you're going to want to hear everything that he's talking about. Before we switch screens, I want to encourage you to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's absolutely free to do. It helps grow the channel. It helps fight mainstream media and Trudeau's suppression. Speaking of mainstream media, I haven't made an official video, but I'll throw it in at the start of this one. I actually launched a website called mistersunshinebaby.com, mrsunshinebaby.com. For the meantime, there's a link probably in the description, as well as I'll try to make it the pinned comment, but all of my videos, all of the articles get pushed over there. So if you want to, get rid of CBC and global news, go to mistersunshinebaby.com, one-stop shop for all your Canadian news. Now, let's get into the main topic here. So the interim ethics commissioner resignation prevents new investigations into Liberal government. This is so sketchy. This just happened. They've talked about it in the House of Commons, but we're not going to focus on that today. We're actually going to focus on this clip here from Don Plett. So sit back, relax, make sure you hit the like button, and let's just listen to what he has to say, because he drops insane amount of knowledge and indisputable facts.
My question, government leader, is a follow-up to a question posed yesterday by my colleague, Senator Batters, regarding the appointment of Minister LeBlanc's sister-in-law as the interim ethics commissioner. In question period yesterday, Leader, you defended this appointment. You chastised Senator Batters for undermining the important role of the ethics commissioner that plays in our system. Not long afterwards, we learned that Minister LeBlanc's sister-in-law had in fact resigned as the interim ethics commissioner, effective immediately. Stepping down was the right thing for her to do, but the Trudeau government should never have put her in this situation in the first place. The blame for undermining the role of the ethics commissioner falls solely on the Trudeau government. Now that the minister's sister-in-law has resigned, Senator Gold, do you agree there was indeed a conflict of interest?
Senator Gold.
No, thank you for your question. No, I do not. There was an ethics screen that applied to the former interim commissioner from day one, as is the practice and is the appropriate practice in such institutions and such cases. I stand by what I said yesterday to defend her integrity, her competency, and the role that she was asked to play and agreed to play. Now that she has decided to step aside, the government will be moving with dispatch to select a new interim commissioner, and in that regard, the government will be working with all parties collaboratively to find the right person and to appoint them.
Senator Plett.
Well, Leader, the Prime Minister appointed an old family friend, neighbour, and Trudeau Foundation member to investigate what the Prime Minister himself knew about Beijing's interference. But it's okay because of this man's reputation. The Prime Minister won't say if he paid $80,000 in accommodations for a luxury vacation in Jamaica, but it's okay because the resort is owned by another old family friend. Minister LeBlanc awarded a fishing license to his wife's cousin, but it's okay because he didn't know the cousin all that well. Mr. Hussain gave $93,000 in contracts to his staffer sister, but it's okay because it was for communication services. And Mr. Ng gave $20,000 in contracts to her best friend for some Zoom calls, but it's okay because it was for PR advice. Do you see a pattern here, Leader? Canadians are sick and tired of this. When will this patronage end?
Senator Gold.
Thank you for the question. I simply do not accept the characterization that this is patronage. You cited, as you have on many occasions, a flurry of things which you continue to return to. I won't answer each and every one of them. Prime Minister's trip, most recent vacation, was cleared by the former ethics commissioner before the fact. It's not a question of patronage, and I do take objection, frankly, and I'll speak only for myself, at the way in which you characterize our former Governor General in this question and in others.
That is crazy, guys. I don't know about you, but I think it's very crooked that Justin Trudeau gets to hire all of these insiders. I think that the lid has been blown off, and that now people are aware of what's happening. I mean, even Trudeau's $80,000 vacation that he didn't pay for. So the controversy behind that is, yeah, the Prime Minister gets to have security, their private jet, right? Like Air Force One equivalent, Canada Force One or whatever it's called. That's paid for and subsidized by taxpayers. No one has inherently a massive issue with that, but the actual accommodations in which Justin Trudeau is like could spend his own money. He makes really good money, really good money. He makes like $350,000 or $500,000 a year, and he doesn't spend any of it. His groceries are paid for, his rent is paid for, his travel is paid for. Everything's completely subsidized. So he's just banking all of that money, and us taxpayers, us outstanding Canadian citizens that pay our taxes, that contribute to society, we're paying for this guy to, I get, like, yeah, okay, the leader of a country needs security, right? Obviously, as much as we don't like Trudeau, as much as we hate him, he obviously needs security. But the hotel stays, the luxury villa stays, all of that stuff, that can be completely covered out of his own pocket. But he's not doing that. And so these controversies are really sharing or shining a light on how corrupt the government is. And Pierre Poilievre wants to actually take all of that away from government. He wants to take away government privileges. He wants to take away the amount of money that, like, whoever's in power, right? The party that's in power. So even if Pierre's in power, he doesn't want Conservatives to be having these glamorous taxpayer funded galas and like $200,000 worth of caviar on a private plane like the Liberals have. So that's really good. That's what I admire about the Conservatives. They're more about saving money, minimizing government, and giving power to the people, whereas Trudeau doesn't want that. He doesn't want to give power to us. He wants us to rely on government subsidies while he gets to also use all the taxpayers' money and have this like very lavish lifestyle. So I'll pass the question off to you. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about all these controversies coming to light? And then how do you feel about somebody like the Senator Don Plett standing up to this stuff and really exposing it? I'd love to know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out that website, mistersunshinebaby.com. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing right there. It's absolutely free. If you'd like to watch another video, you could do so by clicking or tapping right there. And if you'd like to watch House of Commons highlights clips, I have a second channel called House of Canada, and that would be right there. I've made it super easy. And if you'd like to take it a step further, there's a membership program. You can do so by financially contributing. It's up to you. There's a join button down below, as well as in the description. There's a link to join the memberships. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.